Hello, everyone, viewers, beer fans of the world. We're here tonight, not Wildcard Wednesday because it's the first Wednesday of the month. We're doing Oktoberfest Beers, and I'm in Louisiana, and out west in Oregon is Beer Man, and northeast of me, and cheers to you, northeast of me in Brooklyn, New York City, New York is Michael Komaroff.
Hello.
And down there, but really up there, northwest of Michael in New Hampshire, northeast of Michael, I'm sorry, in New Hampshire is Bumpy Road Brewing Jesse.
Yeah.
I forget that you got to go that way and then up. All right. New England is east of New York. All right. But anyway, we may have some more people joining, and I'm going to show you what beer I have. I have a beer called Samuel Adams Limited Release Oktoberfest. And the thing about it, one of the viewers was telling me that the recipe changed and it's no longer as good as it used to be, that they lowered the alcohol by volume. Well, you know, I looked at some of my I did some research on my video reviews today. And it looked like the first one I ever did was 2012, and it was 5.3 then. So, I mean, they might have changed it, but it was probably a long time ago because I have a bunch of videos for this beer going back 8 years, and they're all the same thing, 5.3. And I didn't go back and edit anything, so I don't understand what the story is on that. So, it's 16 IBUs too, so low IBU. And we'll get into it more when we come back around. Michael Komaroff has something to show us.
Okay, I have Spaten from Munich. Spaten Oktoberfest at 5.9%.
Yeah.
And this is a Marzen of the style. A Marzen type Oktoberfest.
And do you know what Spaten means?
I do not. You can tell me.
See, if you look on the label, they show the spades. It means spades, like shovels,
Yeah,
spades.
I see them. They're right there.
Yeah, so that's what the beer means, spades.
Interesting.
Okay, good to know.
Maybe the guy that made the company liked to do gardening or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was using that to
Lawnmower beer.
get the malts, right? Don't they use spades to gather up the malts or the hops?
Sounds plausible.
Yeah,
Oh,
not true.
That's true.
I think they use shovels. It's like the flat shovels when they're like cleaning out the mesh ones.
Yeah, those are spades. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Probably has more to do with beer production than gardening. Now, Bumpy Road has...
Can you pronounce the name of this beer for me?
A German woman I work with says this. We were talking one day. We weren't actually talking to her, but we were talking about Hofbrau, and then she interjected into the conversation and said, "It's pronounced Hofbräu. Hofbräu." I said, "Okay."
Well, I have Hofbräu, Oktoberfest beer. Comes in at 6.3% ABV.
Nice.
6.3. That's strong. That's a true story. It was kind of comical what she did, but I mean, she knows what she's talking about. Obviously, she's from Bavaria. Oh, good comment. Thank you. Oh, I've never had an Odell beer. Okay, now the beer, man.
Oh, Eldell's really good. I like it. I haven't seen them forever. Yeah, what I have, hey, thanks, Ron. I appreciate this. Appreciate you letting me be on here. I also have the Samuel Adams Oktoberfest that I did this on my review channel thing earlier. But 5.3, 16 IBUs, yeah. So we'll see. We'll compare and contrast when we taste them. Right on.
Right on. Aaron's making a comment. He lives in British Columbia. Well, Aaron, I do have some Cabernet Sauvignon reviews, and there's one coming up in about a month, and it's going to be one that I bought very, very cheaply although it was much lower than the normal price, and it's called Rex Goliath. So Aaron Chan, look for Rex Goliath, and that'll be coming up. Cool looking. It's a cool looking label with a huge chicken, a huge rooster. I'm drinking a Ballast Point Aloha Sculpin Hazy IPA right now. Huh. I'm drinking a Ballast Point Aloha Sculpin Hazy IPA.
Sorry about that.
All right, now I'm gonna go first, and that's rude because Jesse's does it right. He always goes last and lets the guests go first. But I'm too scatterbrained, and I always mess up. So I'm gonna go first to get it out of the way, just because of sort of maybe an incompetence issue. All right. Try to update the comments as I go. Well, I have had this beer many times. There was a period from like 2013 to 2014, I think it was then, when it tasted kind of like salty, which I knew was wrong. But that was the same time period when the Samuel Adams Boston Lager tasted kind of off. Like there was it tasted like cornbread. Well, I knew it shouldn't taste like cornbread, and I kept harping on it, and then it went back to normal, and it was never off again. So same thing with this one. So I don't understand the story with it. And other people have commented to me, yeah, they noticed that. Could have all been in our mind, you know, some fantasy we had. Well, there it is. Copper. You see that copper, just like the color of a copper water pipe. Not much head, but this is a pretty big chalice glass. Yeah, Oktoberfest is actually held in September in Germany because it's too cold in October. They realized after a while it was too cold, so they moved it to September. It smells bready. I always say this about this beer. It smells like, got some hair by my eye. It smells like, what you call that, the old Roman meal bread, which we no longer get. But I used to eat that all the time as a child. My mother would buy it incessantly. So it reminds me of that, like that syrupy honey Roman meal thing. Smell that tannic malt. Smells really nice. And the price is okay. The price is nice. So cheers to you and the viewers, to the group and the viewers.
Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
If you're a hophead, this may not really pan out for you because it's a malt forward beer, to say the least. 16 IBUs. There'll just be enough bitterness to balance it, to round it out. It ain't going to have any of that stuff. I drank Schlitz earlier after work, and that's, I think, higher IBUs than this. It certainly has a higher, sharper, and more floral hop profile, but that's another story. But a story I plan to tell, in an upcoming Wildcard Wednesday, as a preview. That's called a teaser. Kind of a syrupy body, bready. It's so bready. It's bread crust. It's like brown bread crust. Medium body and a pretty dry finish. Some people don't like Marzens for the exact reasons that I just described. In other words, the characteristics I just described. I've read criticisms of Marzens, and it's for those reasons. But they'll open their complaint with this, and then I'm going on to the next person. But this is how they'll open their complaint. They won't say it like, I don't like Marzens because of what I just described. They'll say, Marzens are bad because of what I just described. Now, I don't get that, how you're going to call a beer style bad because you don't like it, you know. But it's not bad because you don't like the style. It's good because people around the world drink it every year for Oktoberfest. It just might be bad for you. So I always try to qualify my comments with things like, in my opinion, or the way I think about this beer, or I understand sour beers are very popular, but for me, you know, so I think that's a good idea to do it that way. instead of making definitive statements as though the world revolves only around a person's personal beer taste, which I don't think makes a whole lot of sense. But anyway, going on to Michael in Brooklyn, New York City, New York.
Okay, again, I have the Spaten Oktoberfest at 5.9. This bottle is good until 4 of 2021. That's what's on the back. It is now, I guess, imported by InBev. So this was made in Germany, but it's in a 12-ounce bottle, not an 11.2, which is, we love those additional ounces.
Sure do.
This is what it looks like in the glass. I guess it's more, there's kind of like a reddish kind of look to it. I don't know, you can't really tell in this light that I have here, but it's this kind of, it's certainly, it's still got your copper color, but it's kind of a reddish hue if you look in the direct light.
Yeah. Hey, Michael, hold on just a second. Shane, we're going to add you as soon as Michael's finished. So hold tight. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
So this is what it looks like in the glass. It has a small white head on the top, which is very bubbly, as I think you can see.
Yes.
And it has floating bubbles coming up. So there's what looks like medium carbonation. I guess I'll tell more after I drink it, but let me get a nose on it. Well, the first thing you definitely get is the malt on this one as well. Very malty front. Smells some bread crust as well. Smells really good. Let me give it a taste.
Cheers to you, Michael.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. I don't know what the IBUs are, but they have to be low because you're really not getting much in the hops. Like yours was, Jay, maybe there's a little bit in the hops just to balance it out. It's mostly malts and medium bodied. Carbonation is medium as well. Maybe a little caramel and toffee kind of feel to it. But definitely malt driven and mostly malty. Goes down pretty easy, very drinkable. And I'm somebody who does like the Oktoberfest style. This, as Jay's was, is also a Marzen. I'm enjoying it, and I'll come back and give you a number.
Michael, let me say this. You can hear me, but y'all can't see me. Have you had that beer before?
I don't think I've had this particular Oktoberfest before, but I've had others, and I've had other German Oktoberfest before.
Okay, and second question, or not question, a comment. That beer is actually made in Bavaria, correct?
Yes, in Munich.
Yeah, okay.
That's why when I first saw the 12-ounce bottle instead of the 11.2, I looked at the label, and it says imported by Import Brand Alliance, St. Louis, Missouri. And after doing more research, it is now owned by InBev. I don't know for how long, but at present time, it's one of the InBev properties.
Yeah, good little while now. And but they know the Americans like the 12-ounce bottles, so I think that's why they ship them from Germany in 12-ounce. They know that'll make us happy, and it does.
Like I said, I like that extra 0.8. It makes me feel better.
Right. Me too. Old style. Yeah, that was a good one, Andy. Now there's Shane in Arkansas.
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Hello. So we got the South, the West. Oh, you got a good one. The South, the West, and the North. Now, hitting all the regions of America. Now, Bumpy Road is going to present. Now, I know Shane got that Weihenstephaner.
Yeah.
You got the Fest beer, yeah. Oh, you got the only Fest beer. Yeah. No, wait, Jesse got the Fest beer, right?
Yeah. I thought I was going to be the outlier, but guess not.
See, you got your whole idea ruined.
Close enough to Oktoberfest. I mean,
You and Shane are the Fest beer brothers tonight. Okay, well, we're going to go to Jesse, and I'll knock out any kind of reverb I'm hearing. So, Here goes Jesse with his Hofbräu, as I was very stridently corrected by my Bavarian workmate.
At least mine does say October before it says Festia. So, 6.3% ABV. Found that on the bottle right there above the code. So,
Yeah.
This one is also from Munich. All festive glass. Why not?
Hey, why not?
So this does not pour out with a nice copper orange hue. It's got the tight, fuzzy white head. Looks like a almost like a Hellas. Very yellow and clear. Decent carbonation coming up through. The aromas. Extreme bread. Bit sweet. A little bit of floral to earthy hop appeal. But yeah, it smells very bread forward in the malt aromas. So going for the first swig. Cheers.
Cheers, Jesse.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, the aromas follow suit with the flavor. It's a very it's not going into like a brown bread, but it's like a deeper white bread note. So there's like a sweetness to the bread itself. Bit of a hoppiness, a little bit floral, a little bit of a kind of earthy bittering effect happen, but it's balanced out. It's not super bitter. Don't think they say what the IBUs are on the beer itself. Probably have to look that up through a website or whatnot, but I didn't do that. 6.3 ABV, not noticeable. This drink's like a 4.9 Hellas, pretty much, but just a thicker mouthfeel. Has kind of like a medium body to it.
Do you think it would be a mistake to drink too many of them?
Well, it's 6.3. Yeah, you could easily do it though. I think it would definitely sneak up on you if you had a whole 6-pack of these at once.
And that's also made in Munich, or maybe not Munich, but in Bavaria, right?
It says Munchkin on the thing there, so
Yeah, Munchen.
yeah, so Munich. Decent carbonation. I wouldn't put it in the high carbonation level. It's kind of a medium carbonation to it. It kind of has a medium body feel, maybe lower side medium body feel, but it does have that sweetness from the malt, that sweet bread note. This thing, I'm pretty sure they're doing like a decoction mash, and they're mashing this just to get the extra breadiness out of the low SRM malt that they're using. So it's nice. It's a delicious drink, crisp. For being that kind of medium body, it has a nice crispness to it. Yeah, it's a refreshing beverage. And the fest beers these are more like what you would find if you're in one of the tents in Germany during the Oktoberfest, because they want you to be able to pound down plenty of beer.
Yeah, the fest beers are more popular these days than the Marzens.
Yeah.
Märzen.
I would drink this one year round.
Yeah.
Kind of sad it only comes out for a short period of time.
It's a lot like a Hellas lager, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, just a little bit more, I think a little bit more bready than what a Hellas kind of puts out. But yeah, I'll come up with some numbers on how I feel about it. I like it though, so it's gonna be some good numbers.
Okay. Look at this comment.
Yes, without the pine needles.
Hey, all right. So that was a great review. I got the same thing, man. This is Samuel Adams Oktoberfest, rich and balanced traditional Marzen. Not the Oktoberfest or the Fest beer that Bumpy had there. 5.3%, 16 IBUs, as you heard it from Ronald Therio. They are in the Independent Craft Breweries Association. That's kind of cool. Sammy Adams has kind of kept it small but macro to some extent. So they do have some pretty good beers. Actually, I'm pretty actually cool with their company. I need to try more of their beers. The other stuff I had was pretty good. Let's go ahead and open this. Yeah, 5.3, pretty sessionable. Little water vapors there. Definitely has the copper look to it, like the copper looking label they have. Effervescent beer, poured really aggressively at 3 fingers. Let's go for the nose as it goes up my nose. Oh boy. Yeah, you get the brown bread crust, brown bread, soft inner center of the brown, kind of more of a grainy brown bread, more of a nutritional brown bread rather than your typical grocery store brown bread that you get. More grainy bread, that. Very nice though. Has a floral, herbal, slight spice in the smell. Very malty though, very malty forward, very and no caramels or nothing. I believe that from when I was going over earlier, it was saying the caramel's an off-putting thing for this type of beer. So there's nothing like that in this beer. It's mostly a bready, kind of a biscuit breadiness. Not too biscuity though, just more of a brown bread. Very nice. So let's go for the look. 2-finger head, still retention's nice. From 3 to 2. Over a minute or so, not bad. Effervescent beer, a copper beer like the pipe, like Ronald said. Clear beer, even almost pushing. It really is pushing kind of a brilliant clarity. I mean, you can really read through this looking glass here. I mean, it's not bad. So I mean, let's go for the drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to your tasting. Have you had it before?
Earlier in my show.
Okay. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, just new to it though. Second time having it, so it's got that Pilsner kind of cracker, but you're mixing it with that brown because I think it's adding these things use like Munich Pilsner kind of 50-50. So you're getting like that Pilsner crackery, and you're also getting like kind of a toasty I don't know, like a toasty brown bread crust, that, but you're also getting a floral, spicy kind of you don't get any hoppiness, but you get that slight dry kind of a bitter finish. It's just perfect though. Very well molded in together. Very good rounded beer. I was very impressed with this earlier. Lacing's looking, I mean, it's, as I drink it, it's starting to stick. It's just a very well put together beer. Would have this in a heartbeat. Drinkability is amazing. Totally have my numbers on this. Very delicious. Cheers. Cheers.
Okay. Makes me want to drink some more, which I am about to do. Okay. All right, I'm back. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let's look at the comments for a moment.
Looks like we lost Fudge.
I know he always gets knocked off because he's got some internet issues. Yeah, hands out the smoker. I'd buy a 30-pack for $15. I know that much. All right.
Maybe Shane will try to come back.
He probably will. He probably will, especially with the Weihenstephaner Fest beer, you got to come back with that because that's a great beer. Hey, except it's not in a great size, but that's all right.
Red does it all. Has a white birch blueberry Berliner Weiss. So, Red, do you live in New Hampshire or what?
That sounds good.
I know white birch does have some distribution out to like New Jersey, New York, Mass, stuff like that. But
Oh yeah, I'm behind on the comment. Let's see. People are starting to post comments faster than I can. They're posting the comments faster than I can post the comment. It always happens on these hangouts. Like by the end of it, it's just like a machine gun approach. It's like bam, 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 comments, and I can't keep up. You know, it's just like brrr, and there'd be people talking.
34,000 in the house.
Yeah, they'd be talking to each other. Your power's out. Oh, heck to the max. That is a real bummer, man.
good thing you keep nothing but beer in your fridge.
He does. I've been there. Okay. And mayonnaise, I think. We had fun when I went over there twice. I'm sure he didn't really have fun go and pick me up or meet me at the Dodge Ram truck dealership to have my truck checked out for some little problem that they never could find. But other than that, I think he had fun. I appreciate him doing that.
Somebody had a 30-pack of hams for $11.99.
Oh my goodness. People are talking about October pumpkin beers, so we're going to make an announcement later about that. So hold your horses on pumpkin beers because we have some nice news coming up.
Shane thinks he has the wrong beer, but it's Fest beer or Marzen.
Yeah, right. We said Oktoberfest beers.
Yeah, I just drank a Fest beer.
We didn't say
Shane is on Beer Talk 2020. I have the wrong beer apparently. Mine is just a Fest beer.
No, he's got the right beer. We said it was Oktoberfest beers. We didn't say anything about Marzen. The word Marzen was never even broached.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a Fest beer or Marzen. What is he talking about? All right. No, Bumpy's not going to repeat his description, but you can watch the playback later. All right. Now, no, I'm not going to buy Michael lighting. You want to see some bad lighting? Watch Dawn Busters. That'll.
You want me to show, I'll show you the alternative. I have an alternative, but it's just not. It's not very good. Aren't I too bright? Isn't that? If that's not too bright, I'm fine doing that too. Is that better?
It looks like the aliens are picking you up.
Pretty bright. It's like the movie.
Before these,
like the movie 2000.
Just not good.
Encounters. Thing. All right. Anyway,
I'd rather be dark and more mysterious.
It looks fine to me, but I'm not like a real. I'm not a real stickler on production values. As long as you can hear people and the audio is good. The only thing that bothers me is like reverberation and echo. That just drives me nuts. All right. Yes, I always check expiration dates on beer. I can't keep up with these comments. I'm gonna try to go back, but yeah, Schlitz is the best of the macros in my opinion. If you want to get a macro beer that has nice hoppy, floral, bitter action, go Schlitz. It's got more character. All right. Now, what score am I going to give this? I like it a lot, and I've always liked it, except for that little 2-year period. I'm going to add John in a moment. Man, this beer is a good, most excellent beer. I love the bready residual action as it finishes up. Get ready because I'm going with a 93 out of 100, 9.3 out of 10. Oh, most excellent, you all. And you can get a 6-pack for $8.99 in some local stores. Now, Michael Komaroff, is going to give his score, and then Bumpy Road and the Beer Man, and then we're going to bring John in. And hopefully Shane will come back because he was very misunderstanding what we're doing here tonight. Okay, so
he's also having problems with his internet because of all the rain they've had in Arkansas. So obviously they've had a lot of rain, so he's having internet problems as well. But
yeah, we can't.
maybe he'll come back. I am going to give my Spaten Oktoberfest the same as yours, a 93. I think it's very good. It's in the A range for certain. And I would buy it again. I have more because this came in a whole case, so I ended up with a 12-pack of it. So I have more of it to consume during Oktoberfest season.
You have to get a whole case.
And I also, in the same one my daughter got me in Costco, have the Spaten Optimator, which is their Doppelbock.
Whoa. Oh, boy. Watch it.
Well, that's higher. That's 7.6. And the standard Spaten Helens, I guess you guys are going to see on Monday on Bumpy's show.
5.2.
Oh, that's it, huh?
See.
Assuming that the Imperial IPA doesn't come on to the next.
Right.
It has a half hour to get 2 votes.
Right.
Or if a ton of people decide they want an English brown and they just happen to find the poll all of a sudden.
I think it's already been.
It better not. It better not. All
And
right.
the Belgian IPA just got 1 vote.
I know, right? Now we got 2 more people to do scores, and then we got a 5th one coming in, John, and actually a 6th one because I'm sure Shane will come back. Okay, or I'm hoping he will. All right, so Bumpy Road, what do you do? What do you give it?
Well, this beer is so good, I just poured a second one. Like I said, it can be dangerous because it's 6.3%. They drink like a much lighter pills. I'm going to score the Hofbräu. Say that correct?
Hofbräu.
Hofbräu. That's not Australian. Hofbräu. Oktoberfest beer. I'm going to give it a 98 out of 100. I'm enjoying this. I like it.
Ooh. Wow, 98. Hold on, John. You're going to be brought in very soon. The famous Georgia Beer Reviews, John and Lee, is coming in soon. But now,
Nice.
the legendary Beer Man is going to give us his score.
All right. Well, I did not mention the body and stuff, so I'm just a little notey here. Elegant roundness that is simply awesome, is what I mentioned. It's just got this great little round, balanced feel to it, and it's very elegant. It's very structured very well. They brewed this simply perfect, in my opinion. Not too perfect though. Great mouthfeel, medium body, 95 out of 100. Very happy with this. So I would have this again. I'd buy this for a set. In fact, I'm going to get some tomorrow. It's very good. So cheers. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
95. We got some high scores tonight.
Yeah.
Well. Look who's joined the fiasco. I mean, look who's joined the examination. We've got Shane, and he's going to talk about a very exciting Weihenstephaner Fest beer, I think.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Oh, yes.
I am on my phone. I was trying to let you know I just got home. My power is out and I am on my phone and I've got like 20% left. So just so you know.
Okay. Shane, you want to let him go first before his phone goes kaput? Okay. Go ahead, John.
Okay. Well, hopefully my power will come back on soon, but just in case, I have got from Georgia Beer Company out of Valdosta, Georgia. This is their St. Helens Oktoberfest. It is 5.5% alcohol. I can't really look anything up about it other than that right now. It just says that it's a malty-rich lager, no IBUs listed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so a nice kind of autumn appearance. It did pour with about a one-finger head, which is dissipated. The aroma, very malt forward with some nice grassy hop notes in the background. Sorry, guys. It's one of those days. Not crappy, grassy. Little caramel.
I love
That's pretty much all I'm getting on the aroma. It smells like a typical Oktoberfest, very malt forward caramel with that little bit of grassy hop note. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Very malt forward, nice caramel sweetness, a nice brown breadiness in the middle of the sip. The body is relatively light. The carbonation is on the medium side. You do get that nice grassy hop bitterness on the back end to really round it out. 5.5%, you could drink a few of these, no problem. It's got maybe a little bit more hop character than some of the other Oktoberfest that I've had. Yeah, really bready, really malt forward. Pretty well-rounded Oktoberfest beer. I'm digging it. This is the first beer I've had from Georgia Beer Company, Valdosta. I think it's like a good hour and a half northeast of here, but I've never been to Valdosta. Anyway, pretty good.
Like south of you.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I was in North Georgia today working, so I've got North Georgia. Yeah, southeast of me. So anyway, a good beer. I don't have any idea how long this brewery's been around. I would have liked to have looked it up, but like I said, I just got home and my power's out, so I will look into it later. And let's see. The canned on date is
Light some candles, man.
August 13th. So pretty fresh.
John, you want to give me your number now in case you lose power?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 94 out of 100. It's a pretty solid A. Just a great, well-rounded beer with a nice hoppy finish.
Okay.
94 out of 100. Oh, okay.
Okay, Shane, I got your Western Thunder.
Yeah, we got the we and Stefano Fest beer. Just picked this up Saturday night. This is I got one left in the fridge. If that tells you if I like it or not, it's one that doesn't last in the fridge. I love all these German styles like this. This was brewed under the purity law, 1516, of course. German purity law, you all know about the Reinheitsgebot. So this is, ideal of beer as there should be. It's been brewed, these guys have been brewing beer since 1040, 980 years. Wow, man. They know what they're doing by now. This is in the middle of the medieval time period. So to think that a beer that's lasted almost 1,000 years now, that we'll all probably see it turn 1,000 years old. Hopefully it tells a lot about this brewery. So this is a 5.8%. I'll pick up their fest beers, Oktoberfest, whatever I can get. Every year I saw it and it wouldn't last for very long in the store the other night. So you know what this beer is about, man. It's not like an amber color like some of the Martins that I've seen you guys drinking, but it's just a really nice earthy and bready, really nice bready taste to this beer. Got a really nice mouthfeel, of course. You know how the Barbarian beers can feel. So excellent beer, man. I love it. I buy it again. I do every year. I love the brewery. Pretty much everything they put out, I think, is world class, and this is no exception. This is an awesome beer, man. I really love it. And I got this glass. Actually, I picked this glass up when I was in Austria once. And if you can see the town here, Sheffield. If you're familiar with the Olympics, Winter Olympics has been held there many times, and it's in the Tyrol region of Austria. And this is as you're pulling into going up these really huge Swiss Alps to get to Sheffield, and getting close to the tree line. As soon as you come into Sheffield, there's a little city, not a city, but a little town there, and one of the first things you see is this church right here.
That's cool.
It's really beautiful, and I thought, man, I got to pick up one of those glasses. So this is actually, I've had this, about 5 years, I think. It made it all the way back in my backpack across the plane, and this is actually the first time I've ever used it to drink out of. I have to use it with a fest beer, so here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shane.
What do you score it?
What I score this, man? I think this is a good 97. 97.
97?
Yeah. That feels right.
Michael, what is the range from the lowest to the highest?
Okay, Jay and you and I are at 93. John's at 94. Beerman's at 95. Shane's at 97, and Jesse at 98. So very, very high ratings for these Oktoberfests.
So 93 at the lowest and 98 at the highest, a 5-point range. So that's a very good, successful situation.
John looks like it would be good in his apartment if he had a pumpkin now, and he can light his pumpkin up and give him extra light. Oh, he does have something there.
Right.
Okay.
See, he's very creative. Now I want to show y'all something real fast. Shane, you got a little chirping going on. I'm going to mute you, but it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
I was drinking this when I got home from work. Well, actually, I drank a little wine first, but only about 3 ounces. And then here's the big winner that I get at a local store. It's inexpensive. I can get a 6-pack of these tall cans for about, well, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what I bought. I bought 2 6-packs, so I bought a 12-pack, right? A 12-pack of tall cans, and it was $11 after tax. I don't think that's too bad. $11 for a 12-pack of tall cans, 16-ounce cans. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but
I wish we got Schlitz around here. I'd be buying it up at that price.
Yeah, and the hop note is so good in this beer. I love how they make it like almost an IPL. Well, they were making it like an IPL for a little while, but they kind of dialed that back, kind of calmed down a little bit. But it's quasi IPL, I guess you'd call it. I guess if you only drink Coors Light, you'd be shocked by it. You'd think, oh, it's so bitter. But beer fans would be like, bitter? It ain't bitter. It's floral. It's juice. Juicy in a certain context, not like a juicy IPA. You know what I'm saying? But that's your winner. Whoa, somebody got some bad. That's your winner on cheap beers. Your number one cheap 4.7% alcohol easy drinker. One more thing. 2 more things. The second thing, we got pumpkin beers on the first Wednesday in October. Y'all got me pumpkin beers. First Wednesday in October. So get your pumpkin beer ready. We don't care.
October 7th.
We don't care. We don't care who makes it. We don't care the ABV. We don't care about the bottle size or the can, or if you have a draft pack. We don't care. Just Bring a pumpkin beer, man. Third thing, tomorrow morning, you want to see some dreadful experiences? Watch Dawnbusters. Because I got some highly questionable products tomorrow morning. I've got this, I would call it I don't know what it is. If this is perfected, like I say, if this is perfected, I'd hate to see the imperfected. Charcoal perfected from J.W. Dant, meaning Heaven Hill. Believe me, perfected is a word that is so far removed from this product that it's laughable. But it's going up against another mutant Bellows Club Whiskey, which thankfully has left the market from my knowledge. I could be wrong, but I don't think this is perpetuated on the whiskey market anymore. Bellows Club Whiskey. My question with this is, what kind of club allows this? You know, I've never seen this in a club. I don't want to see this in a club. I don't want to be, if I was in that club and they brought this, I'd quit. I'd resign. So, and that was from Jim Beam. That was from the Beam Company. Y'all did a terrible job, Jim Beam. Okay, anyway, enough ranting and raving. That's what I got. That's what I'm going to get subjected to tomorrow morning. Oh, but my goodness. Anyway, I did it to myself because nobody made me buy it. Now, anybody else want to do some promos, some free promos?
I have something to talk about briefly.
Sure.
Yesterday, I was at Whole Foods. I have one not far from my neighborhood, about a mile from my house. And I went into their beer section, as I always do, just to check out what's going on. And they had 4 separate big corner section against the side with 6 packs in the cardboard boxes. I think you've seen, you know, they're not. Yeah. And from 3 Floyds. Now, this is 3 Floyds of Munster, Indiana, outside Chicago. Better known for their Dark Lord Imperial Stout, which is 15% and 50 IBUs, which I've never had. I would love to try it, but I never tried it. But they make pretty good IPAs as well. And you had to buy a 6-pack to do it. And it was, you know, not cheap, but what a 6-pack goes for, $10.99. So I picked up one, and this is their Barbarian Hayes IPA. Do you like the little picture of the man on it? Let's see if I can. Like a spacey guy. I don't know. How would you describe this guy?
He's cool.
He's a cool. It's a cool can. I like the can. Anyway, 6.5% and 42 IBUs. I had one last night. It drinks more like 65 IBUs. So it's definitely interesting. And maybe I would do this on a Wild Card Wednesday because I did buy the 6-pack. So I have.
Is that the one? Is that the same brewery, Michael, that you were telling me about that has the 15% Russian Imperial?
Yeah, the Dark Lord, the same one. So from other people in my beer circle, one friend in North Carolina said, I can't get that. So I'm going to have his mother take one of the cans down when she goes down to visit. Because his mother is one of the people that drinks in my thing. It's tomorrow, by the way, is my Thursday get together, and we're moving it back inside. It's not going to be in the backyard.
Nice.
So the regulars who come, we've been hanging around all summer. There's no reason that we think we're having any trouble with the COVID. So we're going to there'll be 4 of us doing as many beers as we can handle. And I'll definitely do a report where you'll see what we did, and they're always interesting. Other thing that was cool about this, I'm generally not getting fresh beer like this. This beer was made on the 4th of August, so less than a month old.
Nice, very nice.
So I would even consider going back and buying another 6-pack of one of the other ones, but I'll see how this week goes because they had quite a bit of it.
Nice.
Now, I want to say something else, and then I'm going to go back to everybody. Ronnie S. and Drunken One, this is on you. You did this.
2020.
People try to drink that too.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame Ronnie S. He's the one that was making this big announcement. So, oh yeah, baby, you started it, and I'm gonna finish it. So I said, well, if they want to go low ball, I'll bring the original. This is the original. Well, it's not actually the original because the original from 1968 was 20% alcohol in a 20-ounce bottle. 20% alcohol in a 20-ounce bottle. Well, this is 13% alcohol in a 12.7-ounce bottle. So round it off. If you round off, I guess this is really Mogan David 1313, you know. But Mogan David 1313. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be dealing with. So I drank one of these one time, and when I was sweating, working in the yard, my sweat smelled like this stuff. To me, that's not a good sign.
No.
Ronnie S. is with us.
Yeah, he's with us. And Ron, you got to let us know when your event is going to happen. You know?
The curse on the 2020.
Very easy to. Oh yeah, Schlitz is becoming a white whale. You know, when I was a little kid, every store in America sold it. Now it's like this big old bull. You know what? Okay, now any last promos? You got it if you want it.
Stout Sunday on John's channel, as always, 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time.
Yep, hopefully my power will be back on by then. This is getting ridiculous. My gosh.
Gotta make that sometime or another. Yeah, Beer and Cheese Tuesday and Wednesday's Beer and Review, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern. That's my thing. Of course, Multi Monday and Alex Beer Masters Food Friday. So definitely show that out. So cheers. Hell yeah.
And Beerman, if you haven't already gone across the street to say hello to your friendly neighbor.
No way, man.
So.
He's not nice. He's not very nice.
I'm just saying that you have a package if you haven't already picked it up.
Oh, it's here. I showed it.
Oh,
yeah,
you got it.
Yep, we're good. Cheers. Thank you, brother.
I got some interesting neighbors down the street.
Me too.
I'm just waiting for as long as I can before I have to say what the next beer is. Multi Monday. It's giving people some time.
John's phone probably died out. No, he's still there. John's right there. Look.
Yeah.
I don't have any power.
You must have.
He has a pumpkin look. It's like he looks like a pumpkin, which is okay. You like that kind of orange look. It's kind of cool. By the way, I found out my IBUs on my spot in Oktoberfest is 23 IBUs.
Wow, that's pretty good. 23 IBU. So we've got the Beer and Cheese on Tuesdays. We've got Wildcard Wednesday, generally on Wednesday. Stout Sunday, of course, Sunday morning, 10:30 Eastern.
Man on Friday.
Yeah. Alex the
Beer Man with his food pairings on Friday. I'm sorry, I forgot. I never joined that, but I do support it. And we've got Multi Monday on Monday, and the Multi Monday is going to be.
All right. I just brought up the poll. I'm going to refresh it just in case anybody made any last minute changes. Refresh. And nothing changed. It looks like just beating out, maybe by one vote, just beating out the Imperial IPA was Helens.
All right.
So bring a Helens.
Good.
Monday.
Awesome.
But not a Hellas, but not.
I've got one, so I'm good.
But not a Hellas, but not a Hellas stop.
We'll be happy.
I could fight
Yeah,
it.
not a Hellas.
Stop.
Hellas.
It's a Hellas.
Hills.
If that's what it says, Helens, it's yours. It's
You mean like a
good.
Munich Helens lager?
Yeah. Munich Hellas Lager.
Nice.
Somebody's going to show up Monday and say, I have a dunkel. Is that okay? I just know it. All right.
A non-wheat
What
Hellas.
What the hell is I have a Cherry Creek. Is that okay? All right. Well, it's not really a Helles. What about a Berliner Weisse? It's not really a Helles. What about a Korean red wheat beer? It's not really a Helles. All right. It always cracks me up when we go through those little protocols. Any last comments on Oktoberfest beer?
No, different, new, and I like them. I'll definitely get into these more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like both. I like both the Marzen, which is more the American styles that you're going to find over the Fest beers. But the Fest beers are very enjoyable in my book. They're basically a pretty much like a Helles, but a little more up.
Yeah.
Fine.
Now, Ronnie, I can't do it tonight. I mean, I could do it tonight, but that would be a disastrous decision. But I would say we could do it sooner than later. But if we wait a few days, it should give people time to go get their Mogen David 2020 of whatever variety they'd love to immerse themselves in. So, and then Drunken One, I think, is your co-collaborator. So, yeah, we could probably put it together. I don't know how other people feel about that. Probably not good. But see, I'm the kind of person, I'm game for tomfoolery like that. What now?
I was just going to answer Red's thing, throwing out there the favorite pumpkin brewery thing from each of us. I think Elysian has had the most enjoyable pumpkin brews.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Elysian and Southern Tier would be my top two.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ronnie, how about well, I can't get Southern Tier, so I don't even like to hear that word. Hey, Ronnie, because we used to get Southern Tier and we enjoyed it, and then they stabbed me in the back like I was never nothing to them, and they stopped selling their beers down here, just like Victory did. Just like Victory. Thank you, Victory and Southern Tier, for not letting us get your beers. I know they're part of that big combination group.
Artisanal Ventures.
Yeah. Oh, Ronnie, how about Friday evening, like around 7 Eastern, for Mogen David 2020 of any variety? What do you think about that?
It's like John setting up for a seance.
That's what it looks like. It's funny.
It's freaking the power's out in the whole block. I don't. Somebody must have hit a transformer or something. I mean, it's not like we had any weather. I don't know.
Oh,
this is what beer reviews were like back in 1800s.
Drunk driver.
He might be setting up for a marshmallow roast. You don't have to bring in the occult. Hey, Friday evening works? Oh, okay. Look at this, y'all. It's going to be on Ronnie's channel, because Ronnie's about to launch his channel in full force. What do y'all think about going into the dark side, so to speak, of the wine world with the legendary Mogen David 2020 introduced 52 years ago?
I think you're the only person left in the country that calls it Mogen David 2020. For the rest of us out there, I think it's referred to as the Mad Dog 2020.
I'm actually the only person in America that calls it that. And I even went to a liquor store and I said, I want to buy this. And the guy's like, hey, how much is the Mad Dog 2020? Oh, okay. So he clicked it. Even the people selling it call it Mad Dog. Well, that's the name, but it is Mad Dog is literally not the official name,
We used to call it Rot Gut. Maybe it's improved.
I seriously doubt that, Michael. But they've learned to mask it with all sort of assorted flavorings.
Okay.
Oh, John is going off the grid. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so look what Ronnie says. That's a good attitude, Ronnie. Let everybody be welcome, We like to bring
I can
everybody.
get stuff. I've seen it on a shelf somewhere, and I know where, so I can find it, but I don't want to put myself through it.
Oh yeah, that makes you sick, kind of.
Some of us are saner, but it's up to we're proud of Jay and the rest of the group.
Especially if it's done on a Friday, because I have to go to work the next day.
Well, let me say this before we get off the air. Here's the point that we want to make. We're tasting MD 2020. We're not demanding that you drink an entire bottle on a video. I am not going to do it. I'm going to drink a little bit and give my comments, and that's it. I'm not going to drink an entire bottle and then the next day say, "Oh, look what I've done to myself." I have done that. Yeah, Manischewitz has their own line of things, and then you have the regular Mogen David, which is Concord grape. And then they got the pomegranate. They've got the blackberry. They've got the elusive extra dry, which nobody can find.
Wow.
So it's.
He goes away from the cough syrup.
I guess the subtitle could be Mogen David 2020 subtitle, "Come is your madness."
At least he says it hasn't been horrible, so that's better than that. Doesn't mean it's good, but maybe it's okay.
They're not horrible, and I'm just building it. I'm just saying all that to try to build it up so people will watch. You know what I'm saying?
I will
like
admit
to
the Mogen David stuff I've had, that not just the MD 2020 but their regular lineup, it's all been pretty good. I mean, it's not something you want to drink a lot of, but it is pretty good stuff.
Ralph says it's pretty bad crap.
Well, he is wrong.
Oh no, very. What do you think? Very red. Oh, it's getting very bad rap. Sorry, I was trying to.
Oh, it's got a bad rap, right?
Oh, it's not like the crap hops that John had. Huh?
Do they make elderberry wine, Jim?
William's right. There's the elderberry
is the flavor.
Yeah, the elderberry is actually my favorite Manischewitz. The elderberry and the blackberry are my two favorites, but elderberry is really good.
I've never seen the elderberry. That's like a impossible goal in Louisiana.
It's one of the most popular flavors here.
Huh. Boy, I wish I'd have known that, because when I'd have been in Georgia, I would have bought it. I didn't realize it was available. What is MD? It's Mogen David. It means Star of David. Literally, that's what it means. David.
Oh, I didn't know Delirium Red was an elderberry ale. I like that beer a lot.
Oh, it is? Whoa.
No. That's not correct. Delirium Red is actually a cherry beer.
Yeah.
If you look at the label, the elephant has cherry earrings on the label.
Okay, yeah. How do you know they're not elderberries?
Well, I just know. I looked it up.
They seem younger and fuller.
Yeah. They're young. They're younger and fuller.
They're not elder. All right, now the Whiskey Scout has a very gentle comment about it. No, the Whiskey Scout says,
He has such a way with words.
So anyway, well, I'd like to do more comments, y'all, but we got to get off the air because I want to be ready for Dawn Busters. I want to be energized, ready to go, so I can handle it and try to suffer through it. All right. Well, who knows? I might even like those two whiskeys. I know I won't though. Hold on a second. Let me mute myself, and then I'm going to get off. I know who's calling me. Well, I better go, y'all.
Take care,
me.
Jay. Thanks for hosting.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers,
Great.
everybody.
Thank you. Cheers.
I really like John's locale without the electricity. It's really cool.
It is. It's nice.
I'm done with it though. I'm ready.
I'm happy I have electricity, though. I'll admit that.
I'm ready for the power to come back on. It's getting hot and muggy in my apartment, and my phone's about to die. So once that happens, I'm screwed.
Do you have a car charger so you can go out to your car and charge your phone?
Yeah, if I have to, but I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope the power's been off for, it's got to be at least an hour. I don't know.